Hey, what's good, Rich Minds? It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. So today's video is going to be about 5 reasons you feel alone. So if you're watching this, I take it that you feel like you by yourself. If you're watching this, I'm confirming to you, you being in this isolation is good for you. Yeah, I said it's good for you. Don't think that I'm trying to put you off by yourself. I feel like you can't be with anybody. No, I'm not saying that. Us as human beings, we are naturally designed to be with people. Us as human beings, we are naturally designed to interact with people, be social with people. So yes, it is unnatural to be by yourself. Yes, it is unnatural to not have anyone to communicate with. That's unnatural. But what I am saying is, when things were created in the dark. So it even goes back to the beginning of the scriptures. When God created things, before there was light, there was darkness. So what I'm saying is, in your period of darkness, look at it as there's light at the end of this tunnel. In your period of darkness, look at it as, what can I create? In your period of darkness, what am I going to do to build myself up? How can I build myself up? Who do I need to contact to build myself up? And I understand that when you feel alone, you feel like you don't got nobody to go to. When you feel alone, you feel like you're the only person that's feeling this turmoil. You're the only person that's feeling this agony, this pain, this stress. And you want somebody in flesh to talk to. You want somebody to be able to vent to. The best thing is for you to vent to God. The best thing is for you is to be by yourself and build yourself up. See, a lot of people don't understand the power of isolation. When you have isolation and separation, you're able to put yourself in a better position for elevation. See, sometimes when you're around so many people, when you're around so many different outlets, you don't have any opportunity to spend no time with yourself. See, sometimes even in a relationship, it can be bad for you. See, too much of anything can be negative. And what I mean by, even if you're in a relationship, if you're around somebody who's not allowing you to chase your dreams, it can be bad for you. A friendship, and they're not allowing you to chase your dream, it can be bad for you. See, sometimes you need isolation to get away from everybody else, to cut out all the hoopla. Yeah, everybody in your ear talking about this. Hey, you heard about what bro did? Hey, you heard about what old girl did? Can you even remember the last time you been by yourself? Right now, I'm by myself. So when you in this journey of isolation, you got to understand that it's actually power in it. And I want to give you the 5 reasons you feel alone. Number 1, God is about to bless you. Yeah, I said it. Get ready for your blessing. I'm going to say that one more time. God is about to bless you. Get ready for your blessing. Before I get deeper into the video, this is not a spiritual, well, somewhat spiritual, but this is not a preachy video. This is not a T.D. Jakes, a Joel Osteen, or whoever preacher you may have heard of. And no, this is not that. I'm just giving you the truth. And by the way, I rock with those guys. The main thing is you are about to be blessed. But see, before you get blessed, he got to remove all your enemies so you can see. See, if you're around the same people who taking from you, if you're around the same people who distracting you, if you're around the same people who taking away from you, if you are around the same people who are draining you, how can you understand who's doing it to you? How can you even see? You won't be able to see. See, the problem is you got so many people around you. You had so many people around you to where God said, you know what? I want to bless you, but see, I got to reveal your enemies and I got to remove these people from your life so I can get to you. Yeah, see, when God want to do something for you, it's VIP. And everybody can't get in. Everybody is not invited to the place that God got for you. See, the problem is you going places and everybody can't go. And you just got to understand that. So you got to be okay with being alone. You got to be okay because, see, you get treatment and you're going to get treatment and you are about to get treatment that everybody can't get. Because what's for you is for you and it's not for no one else. Number 2, spiritual warfare. Now, before I even get into spiritual warfare, I want to explain something of what I went through, right? Me going through my ex-marriage, right? Me going through that, I understood what spiritual warfare was very vividly. I understood exactly what it was. And see, all spiritual warfare is spirits that are being used by bodies that's close to you. Now, spiritual warfare can happen at the job. Spiritual warfare can happen in the world. But I've dealt with spiritual warfare more so in my own household. Why? Because God honors marriage and the devil hate that. So when you got spiritual warfare going on, it's basically spirits embodying other people's body, and you start fighting with these spirits. Now see, flesh can't fight spirit, but spirit can fight spirit. Let me run that back for y'all. It may be a little difficult for y'all to understand. Now, as I'm going through this marriage, I'm realizing that, oh, spiritual warfare is real. Because not only are you going at it with your soulmate or your wife or husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend or mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, but it's even the people who are associated with them. It's even the people who are associated with them. So if they're not strong-minded, the people who they associate with, they can be on the same energy. And then that energy is basically the counter opposite of what you are. And now y'all got friction because it's spiritual warfare. See, you may be reading your Bible every morning. You may be on a journey to, health bliss, marital bliss. You trying to get to the next level in your career, whatever the case is. But see, you're going to have outside forces that's coming in trying to mess all that up. And they ain't nothing but a spirit. See, hate is a spirit. Jealousy is a spirit. Love is a spirit. Almost everything in this world is a spirit. And you are a spirit. I'm a spirit. The only thing you looking at right now is my flesh. So getting into spiritual warfare, you got to understand that spiritual warfare is almost as strong, if not stronger, than physical warfare. Yeah, when they dropping them bombs, dropping them tanks, when they going over to Afghanistan, Ukraine, and Russia, all that. Spiritual warfare is stronger because it's dealing with your spirit. You ever heard somebody say, it's disturbing my spirit? Yeah, because you just ran into some negative energy. You just ran into some jealousy or envy, and that's disturbing your spirit because it's their demons. You ever heard the term or the phrase, your spirit irritates their demons? All it is a spirit. That's all it is. It's a spirit. So spiritual warfare is tough. And right now, God needs you alone. He needs you alone. Because spiritual warfare is something serious. You got to pay attention when you're in spiritual warfare. And see, sometimes you can be right next door to a person. You can be inside of a person's house. Y'all can live together and still feel alone. And that was the same thing of what I was dealing with inside my marriage or my ex-marriage. I was going through spiritual warfare because it was the people at the job. And then not only that, but it was family. And then not only that, but it was friends. So just like they say it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village for a marriage to be in bliss. It takes a village for you to become successful. It takes a village for anything because you need a system of things that's working for your greater good. But when you got things on the outside that's going against everything that you believe in, everything that you teach, you in spiritual warfare. Understand what I'm saying? Number 3, God is using your enemies as a footstool. I know a lot of y'all done heard this. God is using your enemies as a footstool. See, in the scriptures it says, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. All the people who looked at you and said, you ain't gonna be nothing. All the people who laughed at you. All the people who slandered your name. All the people who said that you couldn't do it. You gonna do it. But right now you gotta be alone. And when you alone, you're gonna start understanding that the things that they said was false. The action and the energy that they put out there towards you was false. Because the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You got to understand, when individuals are seeing who you are, they going to say everything, do everything that they can to distract you, to throw you off course, to slander your name. Because see, what's for you is for you. And when God is using your enemies as your footstool, they already know where you're going. You just got to keep walking in your purpose. You just got to keep walking in your favor. Follow what I'm saying? Number 4, y'all. You feel like everybody is against you. I remember when I was writing my book. And I remember when I published it. I got more support from people who didn't know me than my own family. I can count on my hands of how many family members bought my book. I can count on my hands of how many family members supported my conceptual thinking. I had family members who wasn't so proud of what I was doing. Wasn't so proud of how I did it. For what reason, I don't know. But what I will say is, when you're doing something outside of the norm, when you're doing something that every generation has not done in your family, when you're doing something that people don't understand, since they don't understand it, they shun it. Oh, stop doing that. Oh, that wasn't good. That was wrong. Get a job. Do this, do that. All the things that they understand, but nothing that you've actually done. So they don't like the things that you do because they don't understand it. And when you feel like everybody is against you, you begin to feel alone. Like it's me against the world on some Tupac. You feel me? Like it's me against the world. Like forget it. I ain't worried about what nobody else feel like, what nobody else think. It's me against the world. And that's how I was when I dropped my book, Fairly Unequal. My first book. I started writing it back in school when I was going to the Art Institute of Atlanta. I started this book like 2017. And I just was writing on it. And then finally 2019, I said, you know, I'm finna go and cut the jets on. Because I wanted to get more information, more knowledge, more experience before I finished this book. So I finally just cut the jets on 2019. And then 2020, I finally published it. When I published it, I got more people who didn't know me to support my book than the people who did. And the people who didn't know me had more positive things to say. Now, I'm a huge advocate of you can have your opinion. Just don't be negative. You can have your opinion. You can give your constructive criticism, but don't be negative. Because see, people don't understand. They don't like the things that they don't understand. Right now, you feel like everybody is against you. But I'm here to tell you, keep going. I'm here to tell you, do everything that normal people do not do. Walk into exactly who you want to become. Trust your process. Trust your process. Because people don't understand what you got, but it's not for them to understand. It's for them to watch. Number 5, you are being tested right now. Yes, you being tested. See, God got all the answers, and you are the student. But He's not going to tell you nothing because He put everything inside of you to be successful. He's the manufacturer. And any manufacturer has a manual book. And your manual book states that you're going to be successful. That's how God designed us. He designed us to be successful. So within your test, you got to sacrifice whatever you got to sacrifice. You got to do whatever you got to do. You got to stay motivated the way you can stay motivated. You got to alleviate all distractions. Follow that voice that's inside you. Your discernment, your intuition. And it's going to lead you to the right direction. It's going to lead you to the trajectory that God is pointing you in. So as I conclude this video, if you feel alone, don't feel alone. Because God is with you. Your destination is already favored. Your destination is already marked. You just got to keep walking. So although you feel alone, you're not alone. Your blessing is about to come. But until you get that blessing, you got to pass your test. So understand that the things that you're going through, you're supposed to. All things that's created in darkness soon come to the light. And if you don't understand what light means, in Hebrew, light only means knowledge. So you are a light full of knowledge, wisdom, and you gaining understanding. And after you come out of this patch of darkness, you'll be filled with light, and you can teach other people, and your test will become somebody else's testimony. So as I conclude this video, y'all, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate y'all tuning into the channel. Remember, you are not alone, man. I'm right here with you. Matter of fact, I'm alone too. Make sure y'all check the link in the bio. Check out one of those shirts. Check out one of my books. Hey, keep a rich mentality. Catch you in the next video. Peace.